One from Denmark. We are already in base camp, but you will discover later. I will tell you what to expect from this tour. We will run out of water. I will injure myself, but I will continue. We will find great spots, such an amazing castle and nature of Bornholm. What else will we see?
Well, we will meet nice people and walk through stunning countrysides, which will alter all the way, steep hills, down the slope, something like a prairie with big stones in it. Lovely.
And then, of course, we will look a little bit at gear. You will show us what you have in your backpack.
Right.
You will see, of course, my backpack again. We have different styles. You have over 30 years of experience in hiking.
I think a bit more.
A bit more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the entire video. This will be an amazing trip on the island of Bornholm. It's part of Denmark, just in front of the coast of Sweden. And now, let's find base camp, where we are right now. We are on our way from Copenhagen to Bornholm, so from Denmark to Denmark. In order to get there, we have to take the Øresund bridge, which connects Copenhagen to Malmö. Now we will be driving around an hour and a half through Sweden to Ystad, and in Ystad we will take the ferry to Bornholm, which will take, what did it say?
Just about an hour.
Just around an hour? We didn't bring any water, so we have the Be-Free water system. It's 50 euros on Amazon. My father has one, I have one. So the procedure is quite simple. It fits 1 liter, so 1/4 of a gallon. Let's take it in. It's pretty good quality already, I would say, but let's run it through the filter. And then this one has not been used yet. Yeah, it's pretty good. So we brought 5 or 6 bottles empty with us. I will fill it up now so that we have enough water, and then we will place it in the base camp for cooking later. It's quite difficult. It's quite a path, quite challenging, I have to say. You definitely have to be sort of good in shape or give yourself some more time. Oops. Our planning is to only hike around for another 3 hours, build up the base camp, get the fire going. At the little river, we just filled up 10 liters of water. I'm carrying most of it in the backpack behind me, so everything is a little bit more heavy now. Exactly 10 kilos, you can say. I can really feel it when going down, like doing squats, picking up the camera. Our camping spot is up there, but there's no path, no nothing. We have to go and fight our way through the woods. Let's give it a try. I will scout first and then my father will follow. Oh. Okay, we arrived at campsite. And the camp is not very big, it's at a steep hill as you just saw. And we found 2 more or less flat spots. How big is your tent?
I don't know, for 2 persons. This should be fine.
It should be fine?
Somewhere around here, yeah.
And do you have enough enough spots here. Maybe you can use that tree for your, what's it called, ridge line or something?
Strings, yeah.
Strings.
Yeah, looks good.
And I will be using this one. I'm in the Nightcat Pro tent, which is super light, just 900 grams, just for one person, so we'll be fine. My opening will be in that direction, so I have the fire in front of me and also the ocean.
Yeah, very good. I think I will put my feet here, my head here, the opening towards the fire and the sea.
But most importantly, have you heard about widowmakers?
Yes, of course.
Widowmakers are branches above a tent.
Yeah.
You don't have any. I actually have a few, but I will just double check here a little bit that there's nothing dead on it, and this one will not kill me, it will just wake me, so that will be fine. So this is our entire setup. On the left side we have my father's, and on the right side it's mine. So let's go through it in a quick version and then let's hear some details about it. Well, I will start with my sleeping system. So it's the Zen Bivy. It's the light bed as I reviewed it last time. It will be good for minus 12 degrees. Tonight we will get around 0, so it should be fine. Inside of it I have an inflatable pillow, and I have, because I had some space, I actually brought a normal pillow. So that will be luxurious sleeping, you can say. Then we start with the expat sleeping mattress, the Versa 5R. So it's 197 centimeters long. So I'm 2.7 meters, so it will not really fit me, but it will be fine. Then we will have one pair of changing socks for hiking, one big wool socks for the night, 2 pairs of synthetic boxer shorts, one North Face rain jacket, one no-name down jacket, 2 different types of lights, one for the head, one for the tent. Then I have my Heliox super light chair, as I reviewed it in the past. It's super light and it will hold a full adult person, so that will be super great. Then for a little bit of bushcraft later, and for the fire, we have an axe, a big saw, of course my 2, well, it used to be yellow gloves, a big nice Finnish knife. Then the tent is only 900 grams, but you need a trekking pole in order to build it. So I brought one. First aid is for me super simple. My father is a medical doctor. He will have a little bit more details. This is just one for 10 euros from Amazon. A little bit of extra emergency water. And now I have lots of food, what I will talk of course later about. But in short, we have pulled pork 2 times. We have 1 time salmon. The yellow ones are soups, so if I need some extra calories, each bag is 250 calories. Then we have 2 times porridge for the morning. And in emergency, as always, trail organic. Since I have a lot of equipment with me, cameras, drones, I have 2 power banks. Then I have a military cutlery set with me. Some hygienic products. I have a toothbrush, which I cut down in order to fit in the bag. Toothpaste and deo. And then I have the toilet paper here and a shovel, which is quite important. We don't want to leave a mess. Then we have the water filter we saw already. Now I'm trying for the first time, usually I have my French press with me, but this time I try out, it's not instant coffee, it's coffee with a full coffee filter inside, so we'll test that. Then we have tea with tea filter, ginger and green refreshment tea, so that we will try out. Then my cooking set. As an emergency, I have gas with me in case, but we will not need it. We will make a fire. A little titanium cup, a towel, just in case I decide to jump into the water. A temperature sensor, which is paired to my iPhone, so I know always what will be the temperature in the next morning. And the Nightcat Pro tent. That is my setup. And now let's have a look at my father's setup.
So in here is my Apache sleeping bag, which is very comfortable until minus 8 degrees Celsius. I have tried it out lots of times and I can totally rely on it. Same thing with the Hilleberg Janu, a rather heavy tent. You need these poles as well. They're just about 3 kilos. Down here some credit cards, some money, whatever you need. Down here is my, well, toothbrush and toothpaste, some cream for the hands, and a bit more medical care. This is Dermabond, which is very nice if you have a cutting you can glue it on. It is sterile glue, which we use in our office all the time, and some sterile plastery to put on it. Very light knife and fork, very light dishes, a stove, a small power bank, cable, iPhone, hello, and of course a little lamp. This is a down mat mattress, inflatable with real down in there, which is very nice. I have used it for lots of hikes. A camera, of course, very important to me. The hiking sticks you saw already, they are the Lakis, which you can pull up to 1.40 meters, which is appropriate. Here, maybe there will be wind, I don't know. I will put this on in the night. A pair of rain trousers, wool gloves to fit in the synthetic gloves, and some food, the bee-free filter system. This is coffee for the morning, this is tea for the evening, and 2 bags of porridge for the breakfast for the next days.
Thankfully, we were able to build up the tent super fast because, well, it started snowing. We didn't expect that in March, but we are prepared. The wood is incredibly dry, which is super good, meaning it will burn even in the snow. So the mission is we will build a small little, first a flooring. I saw that from a guy from Alaska, he's doing that. So let's do it like that, a little flooring. Because that will then burn a little bit slower, almost like a top-down fire. And then we will build the normal tipi as we know it. The fire is burning great, so what is for dinner? We have pulled pork, 550 calories. So that will be one of my meals. Then I will add on top of it some kind of potato soup. It will add another 250 calories. So I will end up with around 800 for tonight. And then I will finish up with a ginger tea, a herbal tea with a little bit of apple inside. And usually, as you saw in my other videos, I always have loose tea with me. But on my channel, I would like to review also stuff for you guys. So today we're checking out the tea brew ginger with lemon herbal tea to check out how good it actually is. I just have to be a little bit cautious. Let's put it in. Now they need to soak in for 8 minutes, and I will boil a little bit more water now in order to get my ginger tea going. The idea is that we share it. Well, then we say fathers first. So let's go here. And then the ginger tea will give you 400 milliliters or 2 cups. So that's pretty good. It's time for a review. So I had pulled pork with rice by Real Tomat. I can totally recommend it. It's super delicious. It's a very nice meal. Now the potato soup, now the trash is already inside, by the same brand, I cannot recommend. For somehow it tastes really artificial, and my personal opinion about it is I can't recommend it. But this one, really good. Now to the tea, about the tea is that good. The tea is that good that we brewed it already a 3rd time now. It's the lemon and also the ginger is really nice, so I can really recommend it from a taste point of view.
I bought some chicken with creamy vegetable and rice by the company Track and Eat.
May I have a look? And there's no front anymore. It's you chopped it off. Okay. And how did you like it?
Well, let's put me this way. You gave me your meal to eat, and I loved it. And no comment to this one.
Good morning. My dad is just waking up, and for me it's now time to make some fire.
So this morning, usually I have porridge with me, but today we want to test more of real tomat. And just to clarify here, nothing is sponsored. This is just because I was very curious what kind of meals they offer. So we will try out this porridge. We have fruit porridge, 430 calories. So it's a pretty good start into the morning. And then we will have coffee, which is not an instant coffee. It has a filter system built inside, and then it will create 400 milliliters. 4 minutes for mild, 8 minutes for strong. Let's check it out. Let's go for strong. So we can chew the coffee, you say? Okay, we will try that. If you enjoyed the video until now, or you learned even something, then please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like it, write a comment in the commentary section. I will make sure I will get back to every single comment, and I appreciate every single subscriber. My YouTube channel is small, but I really try to go out into the wild since 2025 and make good content videos in 4K. Now today with my father, in 2 weeks I will have a friend coming to Sweden, and we will go and do a little bit more hiking bushcraft exercise. The coffee is ready. We had to brew the water now 2 times, so it could be a little bit strong, but let's give it a try. I just had the breakfast by Real Tomat. I like it, but to be very honest, it's more or less oatmeal with a little bit of fruit and sugar inside. So the next couple of times I will prepare it myself. It will be much cheaper, more healthy. It's just not the necessary step. Dinner was great. The breakfast is nice to have, but not necessarily needed. The coffee, on the other hand, is very much needed. It tastes amazing. It tastes really good. I was very pleasantly surprised. The hike yesterday was so incredibly challenging that we ran out of water. I had to go to the closest creek around 60 minutes away from campsite in order to fill up at least 6 liters. So I have a water filter with me as yesterday, the B3, and now I will just fill the 6 liters of water, and then I walk back 60 minutes, and then we start with the hike of the day. I'm back at base camp, just stored the 6 liters of water into my father's tent, so we are ready. Now we will go hiking. But before we go, I need to tell you about last night. It was really good. My setup currently is the Expat 5R, so that is their cheapest series, but it's 5R rated, so ideal for the winter. Then in addition to that, I have the ZenBV light bed, minus 12 degrees. It's just great. Here we just have a night cat, so budget tent from Amazon, 980 grams, ZenBV light bed, minus 12 degrees. It was 0 degrees tonight, and I had to take my clothes off. I was just laying there in my pajamas. It was just too warm. And that, I would say, is good quality. We will go to one of the biggest and oldest castles in Europe to check it out. We will not go inside, most likely. Hike east of it and go to a nature place up north of Bornholm. Hike around. So the hike for today will be around 8 to 9 hours. Surprisingly, we found a waterfall, and it's not just a small one. It's, well, I would say 20 meters at least. It's really amazing looking. I have to show it to you. But here it is. What a waterfall. Out of nowhere. We didn't know it would be here, but we promised you amazing nature on Bornholm. Here you go. We ran into some challenges with the path. It's not entirely clear where it's supposed to go. Well, obviously left from us is water and right from us is a huge cliff. So there's only one way forward. But it is quite challenging. And nobody is here. It's so silent. I have the feeling we might be the first 2 people going in this season through this path. We made it through the Bornholm forest. We're back at the coastline. And, well, no more trees to hide from, but now stones and nasty little creatures coming after my ankles. We were in the illusion we could just go all the time along the water, but there's a huge cliff. So we have to get up the cliff on our side now, which will be quite intense, but of course we can do it. What do you say?
Sure we can.
Sure we can. Here we go. I fell. I can now walk again, but it's quite painful. I have to evaluate if we have to cancel the tour or continue. I hope I can continue. I'm quite sad. Well, it's painful, but it's also, well, I was looking forward with the tour of my father, of course. So we might be a little bit delayed and we'll cut some corners, but I hope we can continue. Just going down here. Over there is a little harbor with just 1 or 2 buildings. And then we will continue to the natural reserves, which is the top north of Bornholm. We will hike around the entire nature reserve. And there we will also stop and do some lunch. We arrived at a little spot for lunchtime. We will boil water now with gas. I will have lux, meaning salmon, with creamy noodles, 600 calories. I will report how it tastes. And my dad, what are you choosing?
Well, I've got the choice between cheese pasta, pasta with mixed vegetable, and chicken and curry rice. That sounds delicious, but I'd rather go for cheese pasta with roasted onions. Why not?
So the water is poured into the food. It looks quite good. So my father had yesterday something with cream. He was not so happy with it. So this one is now salmon with cream. Let's see how that one tastes. I will have the green refreshment tea by the tea brewery by April Love. I investigated a little bit and it's organic, CO2 neutral, completely plastic neutral. And somehow I still have the feeling loose tea is a little bit the simpler choice. But at least here we have something quite cheap, 15 kroners for 1 bag, so 2 euros, $2. And you can have 2 cups out of each. And you can fill it up 3 times. So you have 6 cups for 2 euros. That's not too bad. And at the same time, loose tea is of course much cheaper. But it tastes amazing, similar to the ginger tea from last night. And yeah, it's non-sponsored, but guys, I can really recommend it. it tastes better than a tea bag. Lunch was good. We are on our way to continue the hiking tour. Well, my injury is it's not so good, but from a professional point of view, I will recommend to everyone, if you have something like that, don't continue the hike, go home. From my point of view, I was looking forward for this hiking for half a year, so of course I will continue, but just want to clarify here for everyone. Also, if somebody writes hate into the comments, how could you? I want to point out, everyone, don't do that. Now I would like to show you a little bit where did we hike and where's our base camp. Because most people ask me all the time and say, please share the routes. Today I will share them with you. So here we have a little map, you can say. And this is the northwest of Bornholm. We just hiked all around here. And now we're on our way back. Here around the lakes we had lunch. And now we are here. And our way will go all the way down here somewhere. I planned the route with Komoot. And then we will continue. Down here it says Vang, V-A-N-G. We will continue a little bit and there will be our base camp. We are around 3 hours away from base camp, currently going through the most beautiful nature you can imagine. I would like to showcase it a little bit to you, but I'm not sure if people who watch this video are actually up for checking out pictures. So my idea is, if this video will be a success, then I will upload in the coming weeks another video with my best photographies from this trip, all shot on an iPhone 15 Pro, so no DSLR camera or something, no additional lenses, everything shot on an iPhone. Due to the injury, because I fell earlier in the video, I decided, because we go down the hill now, I will take this dead branch here, which is dead over there, and make some hiking sticks out of it, just to get a little bit more grip into the ground. My dad offered me his, but well, it's still going down. He needs his own, so I will build my own very quickly. My dad taught me this morning, hiking sticks should be a right angle for your elbow, so this will go here. Let's take that as a measurement. Now, in order to have slightly more grip, I will give it a little bit of a sharp bottom. So we have 2 sticks now. They're pretty sharpened, but still stable on the bottom, so they won't break away, and they will give me a good position. Let's try check it out. That will work super. We made it to base camp. The challenge is, between us and the base camp, there's a high voltage fence keeping animals inside or outside, however you see it. It's over there. There are our tents. And I will definitely not risk it, because the yellow sign says high voltage. So let's find a way around it.
So we just arrived base camp a couple minutes ago, and we are very happy that the tents are still there, our water is still there, nobody burned all the stuff, so we can make a fire, have supper, have a nice time. The day was great. We started at around 8 o'clock in the morning after we had a freezing night, a little bit of rain in the night, and we did not know what to expect. And we had our trip planned to go to Hammershus, which is the castle up there. You saw it on the video. And we were lucky and happy all the times. Sometimes the road was good, sometimes it was rough, sometimes it was through amazing landscapes. Lovely, lovely day.
A few hours ago, I was able to find these two great sticks as walking sticks, but on the top they have a little bit of issues with, yeah, it's not so nice to touch. So I would like to do it like that. Empty from here to here, the skin a little bit, make it even a little bit carved out. Same on the other one, and then it will be even easier for me to use.
Ankurve haben. Wenn ich mir jetzt die ersten Bilder angucke.
I just had some rice with pulled pork, same as yesterday. And then I will also have again the ginger tea, same as yesterday. Quite a delicious duo, I have to admit. And I'm just boiling a little bit more water for an extra flush of tea. And then I will call it a day. So good night and see you in the next morning. Good morning from base camp. The second night was a little bit rougher. It was cold. I was able to heal a little bit my little injury from yesterday, but it's fine. We will continue the trip today, third day, last day. But first things first, we will prepare some breakfast. My dad will go for tea and I will go for some coffee and some porridge. And this time I will try to build the fire in a different way. So we have the small tipi again. Then my dad prepared already a little bit bigger pieces last night. So, and then the metal piece will go here in the middle. So we have like a grill. So the water is even more stable. Because yesterday the water slipped a little bit into the fire. We don't want that. Breakfast is served, so same as yesterday. Fruit porridge, as yesterday already reviewed, it's pretty good. And then we will have the beer-owned barista, Costa Rica style, a Danish company, which will be the coffee for the morning. We're leaving campsite. It's quite a weather here. With the wind, the weather app says it feels like -5 degrees. But it was a good campsite. As always, please guys, leave your campsite clean and empty. Don't leave anything behind, no trash or anything. Make sure the fire is out. We are halfway through to the car. And it's a new route. Ooh. It's a little bit challenging here. Whoa. Oh. Okay, that was difficult. What was I saying? We're almost at the car, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Give me a like, a comment, and tell me which are your favorite tours around the world. I'm very curious. I will, of course, include my Komoot hiking tour in the description, and there you will see the full tour. It's a little bit below 30 kilometers. That is approximately 20 miles. It's doable in 3 days, and I will also showcase where the campsites are. We made it back to the car. Thank you for joining on our amazing Bornholm trip.
Thanks for coming along.
See you next time.